Hello, everyone. My name is Nathan. For those of you guys who don't know me, for those of you who do know me, well, you know who I am. I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit about my story and some of the things that happened in my life. So this story goes back about two years now, and this surrounds a time in my life where I was just starting to follow Christ again because I was so stuck in my sin for so long, but God set me through a lot of life-changing events that really changed my life, and I started to pull my life back together again with the help of Christ. I used to be a clubber. I used to go to a lot of VRChat worlds that would encourage things like ERP, dancing, lots of alcohol, and all this stuff. I wanted to still be able to hang out with my old friends. And, I thought, hey, you know what? There's not going to be any problem with this. I could totally, still hang out with these people while representing Christ. But what I didn't account for and what I didn't think about is the fact that once I start representing Christ, people aren't going to be okay with that because the world doesn't follow Christ. So when I entered into these clubbing worlds, into these worlds that encourage things like drinking and whatnot, I was immediately met with resistance. You see, when I went into a world, there's a certain person. They approached me and said, "Hey, I see that you're representing Christianity now. What's going on? Like, this isn't you." And they started to question me about why I suddenly switched to Christianity, and they were worried. And so they challenged me about my faith in Christ. And they weren't the only ones. There were others who came to me and talked to me about why I was trying to follow God, and they want to know, why are you suddenly following God? Through a grueling process, I had to start talking to them and try to explain to them why Christ was important to me. I had to tell them about how I spent time in a hospital for over 10 days, and during that time I was seeking God. I told them a little bit about how God had reached out to me and that he was changing my life from the inside out. Because, during this time, I was so messed up. Let me tell you, I was so messed up. I was feeling alone. I was feeling depressed. And all I could think about was how sad and lonely I was. It's so hard to describe that loneliness feeling sometimes. But I pray that none of you guys have to go through this. And if you do, believe me, I'm here for you. As I was explaining these things to them, they started getting aggressive with me. They started attacking me, saying, you shouldn't be following Christ. Like, Christ isn't even real. Like, why would you follow this man who doesn't even exist, who there's no evidence for? And ultimately, I was left with a choice. I had to decide, okay, am I going to follow what they say, or am I going to stay on the path and follow Christ? So, obviously, I chose Christ. Now, was that easy? No. Because by choosing Christ, I had to go against the way that I was in the past. And to give up the addictions, the passions that you had in the past wasn't easy. And so I lost friends. Ultimately, I had to stop going to these groups, these clubs. I had to slow down on drinking greatly. And I had to pull away. I lost over 2,000 friends at this time. I was a part of major communities, and I had to turn away from all of it. I had to reduce my friend list to the point where I basically had no one. But I decided, you know what? If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right, and I'm going to follow Christ properly. But you know what's happened since then? God's blessed me. He's blessed me immensely. He's shown me a way forward. He's brought Meta Church into view. He's brought Cornerstone, VR Victory Church, as well as so many other Christian communities that I could be a part of, and that I've been able to associate with and learn more about God alongside everyone else, and just have such a lovely relationship with God and friends who not only actually care about me, but who are actually going to be there for me and who will actually fix the problem where I was feeling lonely. True and genuine friends. God was faithful, just like he always is. And I'm so happy that he was there for me in those times.